to Peachy Time Lifestyle Magazine exclusive interview with Chi Styles. Today in Atlanta, I am sitting with the Crown Prince, His Excellency, Prince A.Z.K. Adekoya, and the one and only Don Carlos. My goodness, have you heard his music? I know you have. So this is going to be an exclusive interview all the way from Atlanta, spotlighting the African Arts and Culture event that just happened in Atlanta. It was so powerful. We are experiencing so much reaction from African Americans and people in general, and we want to share a little bit of importance of that today with you guys. So please welcome Don Carlos.
Bless, give thanks.
And welcome His Royal Majesty,
Thank you.
the Crown Prince, A.Z.K. Adekoya. We're going to start quickly with Prince A.Z.K. Adekoya. Please tell us the importance of this event that just happened in Atlanta last night.
Wow, it's such an amazing event. And we give glory to God for the success of the event. Of course, it's a maiden edition of the African Peace Festival of Art and Culture. First of its kind in this great city. Of course, there have been several events and festivals. You have the African American festivals, you have the Caribbean festivals. But when it comes to African festival, this is first of its kind. And the maiden edition of this event was so phenomenal. It was such a great event and very inspiring. Everything from the beginning was great. I really congratulate the director, the CEO, founder of this event and his entire crew, and also the Roots promotion. I commend my dear brother Azu, who's a very passionate person when it comes to promotion and promoting African culture. It was a great event. I am elated, I'm excited. I brought greetings from the foremost king in Africa, His Imperial Majesty, the Oni of Ife, Oba Dr. Adeyeye Babatunde Ogunwusi, the Ojaja II, the only king in Africa that is sitting on the cradle of humanity. It's an honor to be part of this event, and it was such a successful event. And congratulations once again to the entire team and crew and all the artists that show their talent and help promote peace, unity across humanity. And I'm looking forward to more of this. Thank you.
Awesome. And speaking of artists, we're going to go quickly to Don Carlos. Please tell us, sir, how important was yesterday's event to you as far as African Americans and the culture and the progress of our people?
Well, it's very important, to be in this position to uplift, the vibes of the African, to let them know and remember about, it's been 400 years or over 400 years since slavery, we've been taken away from Africa and scattered all over, and it's so important for us to come together again, in love and unity, in this African Peace Festival of Arts and Culture, to emphasize the needs, to be together, to be strong, to get everyone together in unity, because, unity is strength, and strength is power. So, we need to know ourselves, and be strong about, what we need, what we want, and the thing that we want is to come together in love and unity so we can unite Africa, or unite all Africans from all over the world towards Africa again.
All right, that's a great answer. I have one more question for my guest today, and the question is, we know that the youth is the future, and we want a message to the youth, especially marking the 400 years. Please tell us, what is your message to the generation coming next, to the people who are looking up to us, to be able to give them direction for their future? What's your message to them in commemoration of the 400 years that African Americans have been in the U.S.?
I will start by saying, when you know the history of your origination, then you'll be able to stay in line to accomplish purpose. But when you don't know where you come from, it's difficult for you to know where you're going. You need to know where you're coming from first. Like rightly said by our legendary artist, Don Carlos, it's been 400 years of slavery. 1619 to 2019. African has given to the world their best, their strength, their money, their intellectual properties, and their service to humanity, which brings this nation and others alike to be in the first world bracket. And that Africa, which is the motherland, still remain in third world. The Caribbean still remain in the third world. The African Americans still remain in the third world because the justice is not meted equally. So when our young ones know this, they know how far we have come. I say a big thank you and congratulations to our legendary belated father that will always remain with us, Dr. Martin Luther King, on whose shoulder we all stand, for creating that part. If he didn't do what he did, where we going to be today? So as a trendsetter, after God, he put us on his shoulder for liberty. We're talking about Harriet Tubman. We're talking about the likes, all these great men and women that have created path for us. So it is our time to create path for the young ones coming behind. And how can that be done? It can only be done by them knowing the past. But they can't dwell on the past because it won't move forward. They need to know the past to be able to move forward from the past. So, through music, through entertainment, there is more unity than politics, from my experience. Music brings unity. You may not understand the language of somebody else's lyrics, but you understand the rhythms. So that alone defines unity. That's one thing. When you talk about music and sports, those two things unite humanity more than politics. Politics is divisive. So we don't want more of that. Of course we want politicians. Of course we want the nation to be governed. Of course we want the proper law in place so that we can be in check. At the same time, there has to be checks and balance in everything that we do. So our youth need to learn their history, know their roots, because every human being comes from motherland Africa.
Right.
Regardless of your geographical location.
Right.
They come from Africa. But once you know that first, and that should be a reason why you should be able to stand tall and stand straight, because Africans, Caribbeans, African Americans, they are all sons of kings and queens and princes and princesses.
Right.
We are no subhuman beings. We are first-class human beings. So we need to start living that life. It's been 400 years ago. We need to turn a good leaf. Above all, unity matters. It is time for our youth to come together. It is time for them to listen to parents. It is time to listen to their teachers. It is time to listen to mentors and people of old that can help channel them through the right path, so that they will be able to accomplish the purpose that God has set for them in life. So, I mean, for the youth, the sky is not a limit.
Right.
The sky is a view for our youth, both men and women. It is your time to take on the mantle and run with it and make the world a better place to live. Thank you.
Oh, 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 youths of Africa. Oh, stand and know your culture. Youths of Africa, know your rights, know your peace. Jah bless and keep you all every time. Whoa. Yes.
Woo, that's what I'm talking about. I know. Thank you guys so much for joining me with this Peachy Time Lifestyle exclusive with this Peachy Time Lifestyle exclusive interview brought to you by Skodek Media. I'm your host, Chichi Styles. We're gonna come back with more of the artists that performed last night and even have an interview with the guy who put all of this together. We'll be back to you guys in the studios. Thank you.